Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlicker, shills, death slaves, search, peasants, vassals, minions, meat sacks. I'm Useful, welcome. And so the whole Ukraine peace process is just all over the map right now. And of course, the latest development is that Zelensky now has announced he's ready to get back to work on the peace plan, and he wants it right now. And that's after he pissed off Trump by saying that he thought the war would, quote, end the end to the war is still very, very far away, unquote. And so then Trump immediately paused all weapons and money to Ukraine, and he got results very quickly. So now the rare earth minerals proposal is back on the table and probably going to be signed. And now Zelensky is more than willing to work on a peace plan without all the guarantees he was demanding. So this is moving very fastly. But the thing that really struck me was the European Union's snub of Trump after the disastrous Zelensky Trump summit that everyone saw. Of course, the European Union immediately declared all their loyalty and love and support for Zelensky. And Zelensky immediately headed to Europe and was showered by praise by all the European leaders. 17 European countries were involved in this. And now, as I pointed out, as a snub to Trump and what happened in the Oval Office, the European Union has now declared their own peace plan. And I'll say right off the bat that it's merely a political move. I can't think it would be realistic, and the only way to forge ahead with any kind of Ukraine peace plan is with the U.S. The European Union is not going to do it on their own. So I think it's a lot of bravado. But that said, there was a lot of interesting things said by Starmer from UK, for example, and other European leaders that they quickly put together pretty dramatic proposals themselves. Part of their plan is to put further economic pressure on Russia, and one of those points is they want to seize 200 billion euros of Russian assets. And so since they can't really pony up the money themselves, they're going to basically take it from Russia and then give it to Ukraine. And that sounds familiar. But part of the plan is the economic pressure on Russia, the continued flow of arms to Ukraine, the continued flow of money to Ukraine, and then the talk about a coalition of the willing, including declaring that UK and EU boots would be on the ground and also planes. So they're contemplating a no-fly zone, I guess. And so Zelensky's messages have been flying all over the map because he is scrambling to do damage control after his meeting with Trump. And aside from all his bravado, he knows full well he needs to patch things up with Trump. And one of the things Zelensky needs to accept, he's not dealing with Joe Biden anymore. He's dealing with the new administration, and he really needs to get up to speed on what he's dealing with now. And Trump is not going to roll over like Biden did. And the other interesting thing, of course, is we have a complete shift in the public opinion of Ukraine and Zelensky in the United States. The portion of the population of the U.S. that thought we were doing too much was only 7% a year ago, and now it's up to 41%. And the approval of Zelensky's gone down from 72% to 48%. And once again, I'm sure it's split by partisan lines. But once again, Zelensky's backtracking. He wanted to have the financial terms of the rare earth minerals deal changed, and now he's willing to just go back and sign them. So all of Trump's strong arm tactics are working. And going back to this European plan, they've really thought it out, but it has all to do with money. First of all, they want to do over 4 years. They want to have an 800 billion euro rearmament and support program created. So they want to pour nearly $1 trillion into Ukraine over the next 4 years in arms and money. And then to facilitate that, they want to give loans to EU countries for defense investment. So basically borrowing. It's just so funny how this works. They don't have the money, So they're going to issue loans to everybody so they can create more arms and send more arms to the Ukraine. And then they also talk about mobilizing private capital. So somehow they're going to try and get European industries on board, which is going to be quite a trick since European industries are really in a slump right now. There's not a lot of money around in the corporate world and the industry world in Europe to pony up for these projects. And then, of course, the real icing on the cake is they want to boost European arms production. And I noticed that European arms stocks are seeing a huge surge right now because they're imagining that arms production in Europe is going to be ramped up to save Ukraine. And so this whole European separate peace plan, as far as I'm concerned, is all smoke and mirrors. It's done to try and act like they have some independence from the United States. It's trying to act like they're going to be able to revamp a program of armaments and aid to Ukraine without the U.S. And it's a snub to Trump. And a big component of that, as I pointed out earlier, is they're all kissing up to Zelensky right now and showering him with love and promises. But the bottom line is any peace process in Ukraine moving forward, the U.S. is going to be the main player. But it's interesting to watch all these political machinations play out. So anyway, stay tuned because tomorrow everything could change. But right now, pretty dramatic. Trump cuts off U.S. aid in arms and money to Ukraine, and now Zelensky is ready to come back to the table and achieve peace right now. So we're back to where we started. I love this shit. I'm useful idiot. Don't you be one too?